first scene that we were going to do together was our parting, when I take her back to the place in the underworld where she goes off and finds her way back to her. And this was the first time that Hamilton and Perlman were going to do a scene together. And I didn't really know what I was going to do because, like I said, I didn't rehearse very much. And so we started to schmooze while we were waiting for them to light and stuff, and we got to know each other. And, and then the director said, "Okay, time for rehearsal." And Linda said, "I owe you everything." And I went, "You owe me nothing." And the sound man came running. "I need a minute, stop, hold it. And he came up to me, he didn't want to embarrass me or anything. He said, "Ron, I need more than that, you have to give me more than that." I said, "Pat, I don't think I have more than that." And he said, "You can't give me a little bit more than that?" I said, "No, I don't, that's the voice, I didn't know it was going to come out like that, but that's the way it came out, and I liked it, and, He said, I said, "See what you can do, Pat, because I don't think..." So he went away. And I swear to God, the only member of the crew that was there from the pilot all the way to the end of the 56th episode was Pat, the sound man. Because to get that, there were times when I couldn't hear myself. And to get that was a truly remarkable act. But as soon as Linda heard me do that, she said, "Well, I don't..." It's like two actors trying to upstage themselves. It gets very, very ugly. I think we got to stop this pretty soon. How long do we have? What would you rather do? Have autographs or do this?
I don't know what all that
meant. Autographs. All right, we'll take, it's 12:25 in Los Angeles right now. We'll take 5 more minutes, all right?
Ron.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon. I'm Tori Thomas, and I'm from right here. I traveled great distance.
You live in the Hyatt? Must be expensive.
Down the street, just a trifle. Anyways, I had originally wanted to ask who was the cast clown. However, I've kind of decided that's a 3-way tie.
There wasn't a straight man on the set.
Was there a straight woman? No, what I wanted
to tell.
Okay, what I think I had better ask, though, is every actor and or actress I've ever seen and or worked with has had that scene that they just went, "Oh, I wish I could go back and fix it." All 3 of you, where's yours?
What scene would you go back and fix if you could fix any? Oh, there were hundreds of them. But after having done 5 or 6 shows, I wish I could have gone back and did the pilot again, because I learned so much about the character from doing it for a while that I thought it, that's the one that stands out in my mind the most. But there were a lot of scenes that, the constraints of time and stuff,
I learned a tremendous amount working with Ron, and particularly, the fact that having been a stage actor for most of my life, here was a television technique, which Ron was using to the nth degree, which I thought was fascinating, that one didn't have to project at all. And what was interesting, I must have learned a great deal from him, because I went back to England last summer and I did a mini-series for BBC, and one of the criticisms was that Dotrice has learned a tremendous amount from American television and has brought it to English television, thank God. And I think it was largely due to my friend here on the right. So thank you, Ron.
Sometimes, I did a play about a year and a half ago in Los Angeles, and I did it with a director named Peter Pope, who directed Torch Song Trilogy on Broadway in New York. And he directed us for about 4 weeks, and then he went away. Right after opening night, he went away for a week. And then all of the actors became very accustomed to their roles and improved on what they had done. And then he sat and watched the show when he came back, and he said, "I see we've added a lot of improvements." And we all said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, we're going to take them out." Because sometimes they're not improvements. And I think what this lady is asking is, what scenes would we go back and redo? And to me and Ron and Roy, we'd like to redo a lot of them. But it doesn't necessarily mean they'd be any better. You know? I think that's just in an actor's imagination. You watch something and you say, oh,